a number of people have asked me about how I felt about the Prime Minister asking me to do this, and I think what I often say is, before I got into politics, I ran clean technology companies, and I did that in large measure in spaces that actually dealt with trying to mitigate climate change and deal with greenhouse gas emissions. I got into politics primarily because I was concerned about climate change. And so when your boss asks you to do the job of addressing the issue that was the basis on which you actually entered this arena, it's hard to say you're not excited. So, at this point, we have made enormous progress under the guidance of Minister McKenna, where we've identified through the Pan-Canadian framework, the climate plan, 50 different initiatives that get you more than 200 megatons of reductions. We still have a ways to go to get to the Paris target, and of course then we have farther to go to exceed. And so I'm not going to get ahead of myself and say exactly how far I think we can get, but certainly the early work that we are doing is saying how are we going to close the remaining gap, and how much farther do we think we can get within the next 11 years. I would also say that 11 years sounds like a long way, but it's not in the context of climate change. We took a slightly different approach in the climate plan, where carbon pricing, the pricing of pollution, was one element of a much broader plan that includes a range of regulatory measures. It includes a number of measures around things like the government taking on to build out electric vehicle infrastructure and those kinds of things. Our view has been that the pricing of pollution is part of a robust climate plan, but it's not a climate plan in and of itself. So, we certainly, in 2016, when we worked with the provinces to develop the plan, we committed to review carbon pricing as we approach 2022. We plan to do that, for sure. It's part of the plan. But I would say to you, carbon pricing is not the only tool in the toolbox. We're going to use a whole range of them to ensure we can achieve this in a way that's acceptable and works for Canada.